She said, "I don't need you anymore," so I made sure she never did. 3 weeks after she said, "I don't need you," she showed up at my door crying. But this time, I didn't open my heart. I opened the door for her to leave. I still remember the exact moment she said it. It wasn't during a fight. It wasn't even loud. We were sitting in the living room, the TV running some random show neither of us was watching. She was scrolling through her phone, barely looking at me. And then, casually, like it meant nothing, "Honestly, I don't need you anymore." At first, I thought she was joking. I laughed. She didn't. That's when something inside me went quiet. Not angry, not broken, just silent. We had been together for 4 years, 4 years of building something I thought was real. I supported her when she quit her job because she needed to find herself. I paid the rent, the bills, the groceries. I stayed up with her during her breakdowns. I celebrated her wins like they were mine. And now, I don't need you anymore? I looked at her waiting for her to explain. Maybe she'd soften it. Maybe she'd say she didn't mean it like that. Instead, she just shrugged. "You've done your part. I can handle things on my own now." That hurt more than anything, not because she wanted independence, but because she made it sound like I was just a phase, a stepping stone. That night, I didn't argue. I didn't beg. I didn't even react the way she expected me to. I just nodded. "Okay," I said quietly. She frowned, almost confused, like she was waiting for me to fight back. I didn't, because at that moment, I realized something. She was right. She didn't need me anymore. So I decided I wouldn't be there. At all. The next morning, I woke up before her. For the first time in years, I didn't make her coffee, didn't check if she slept okay, didn't leave a note. Instead, I opened my laptop and started planning my exit. You see, everything was in my name. The apartment, the car, the subscriptions, even the business she had recently started, I had funded it. Legally, I owned 70%. She always joked about how lucky she was to have me. I guess she forgot what that meant. Over the next week, I moved quietly, canceled shared accounts, transferred funds, spoke to my lawyer, prepared documents. I didn't rush. I didn't act out of anger. I acted carefully. She didn't notice at first. Why would she? To her, nothing had changed. I was still there, still calm, still predictable. But slowly, things started slipping. Her card got declined one afternoon. "Hey, did something happen with the account?" she asked. I looked up from my phone. "Oh, I separated the finances." Her eyebrows furrowed. "Why?" I shrugged. "You said you don't need me anymore. Figured I'd respect that." She laughed nervously. "Come on, don't be dramatic." I didn't respond. A few days later, her car stopped working. Not broken, just taken. Because it wasn't hers. It was mine. That's when the cracks started showing. "Why are you doing this?" she asked one night, her voice shaking. I looked at her calmly. "I'm just making sure you don't need me anymore." The silence after that was heavy. For the first time, she looked scared. But I wasn't done. The final blow came 2 weeks later. She came home early that day. I was already packed. Boxes near the door, suitcase zipped. She froze. "What is this?" "I'm leaving," I said simply. Her face went pale. "Wait, what? You're serious?" I nodded. "You said it yourself. You don't need me." "That's not what I meant," she snapped, panic creeping in. "You're overreacting." I almost smiled, because now she cared. "Am I?" I asked calmly. She stepped closer. "We can fix this, okay? I didn't mean it like that. I was just frustrated." I shook my head. "No," I said. "You meant it. You just didn't think I'd listen." Tears filled her eyes. "I need you," she whispered. That sentence, the one I waited years to hear, came exactly when I no longer wanted it. I picked up my bag, walked to the door, and paused. Not for her, but for myself. I believed you, I said without turning around. When you said you didn't need me, I finally understood my place in your life. I opened the door, and I decided to leave it. The door closed behind me, and just like that, I became someone she couldn't reach anymore. Weeks later, she kept calling, texting, apologizing, but I never replied. Not out of revenge, not out of anger, but because for the first time, I chose myself. And the truth is, she was right all along. She didn't need me. She just didn't realize I didn't need her either. She tried to come back, but it was too late. It had been 3 weeks since I left. 3 weeks of silence. No calls returned, no messages answered. At first, she tried everything. Apologies, long paragraphs, voice notes where her voice cracked halfway through. I made a mistake. I didn't mean it like that. Please just talk to me. I read every message and ignored every single one. Then one day, she stopped texting. I thought that was it. Maybe she finally understood. Maybe she moved on. And honestly, a part of me felt relieved. Until she showed up. It was a Sunday evening. I had just come back from work, tired but peaceful in a way I hadn't felt in years. And there she was, standing outside my door. For a moment, I just stared. She looked different, not in a good way. Her confidence was gone, her posture weaker, eyes swollen like she hadn't been sleeping. This wasn't the girl who said, "I don't need you anymore." This was someone who had just realized what she lost. "Can we talk?" she asked softly. I hesitated, then stepped aside. 5 minutes. She walked in slowly, looking around. My place was simple now, clean, quiet. No chaos, no tension, just mine. "You look okay," she said. "I am," I replied. That seemed to hurt her more than anything. She sat down, hands trembling slightly. "I messed up," she said. I didn't respond. I thought I had everything figured out," she continued. "I thought I was strong on my own." "And?" I asked calmly. Her voice broke. "I wasn't." Silence filled the room. "I lost the apartment," she admitted. "The business isn't doing well. I didn't realize how much you were handling behind the scenes." Of course she didn't, because I never made it a burden. I made it love. "I miss you," she whispered. That line again. Late. I leaned back, studying her. "You don't miss me," I said quietly. She looked up confused. "You miss what I did for you." That hit her hard. I could see it, because deep down, she knew it was true. "I can change," she said quickly. "Just give me one more chance, please." There it was, the moment, the one where, in the past, I would have folded, the one where I would have said, okay, just to keep her. But this time, I didn't feel anything. No anger, no love, no urge to fix things, just clarity. I stood up, walked to the door, and opened it. Her eyes widened. "Wait, that's it?" I looked at her one last time. "You said you didn't need me," I said calmly. "I believed you." Tears started falling down her face. "I was wrong." "I know," I nodded slightly. She took a step forward, desperate now. "Please, don't do this." I shook my head. "No," I said, "you did." That was the moment it ended. Not when she said those words weeks ago, not when I packed my bags, but right here, when I realized I wasn't going back. She stood there for a second, waiting, hoping I'd change my mind. I didn't. Slowly, she walked out. And this time, I didn't watch her leave. I closed the door, locked it, And for the first time, it didn't feel like I lost something. It felt like I got my life back. Sometimes people don't realize your value until they lose access to you. And by then, you've already moved on. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more real story.